Hi guys, today we are talking about rounding decimals, and we're really going to talk about decimals and as a whole, because it doesn't matter if we're rounding decimals or we're rounding whole numbers. We're rounding is rounding, and we're going to work on a new little fun song, rap, rhyme, whatever you want to call it, to go along with it. So, rounding decimals. Our job today is to round decimals. First thing we're going to look at is the new rounding game. It's kind of a little rap. We're going to kind of get a little beat going so we can go what we're doing. The rounding game. Use the following fun rap to help yourself learn to round numbers to any place value. So we're going to use an example right now of, we're going to round 23,876 to the nearest thousand. So we're going to use this number to the nearest thousand. So this is how it kind of goes. Find that place value and circle the digit. So we're looking for the thousands place. Okay. Next step, move to the right and underline. Get it? So we have an 8. Now, here's where our choices come in. 0 to 4, the circle stays the same. 5 to 9, add 1 is the game. Well, we know we have an 8. This is our circle, so we are going to add 1. Because add 1 comes between 5 and 9. Now flex your muscles like a hero. So here's where our 4 came. Now we're going to turn all the digits to the right. Change to 0. So if we round 23,876 to the nearest thousand, our answer is 24,000. Yo, you're a winner in the rounding game. Okay? So we're going to keep moving here to our 10th place. So we need to circle our 10th place. So I'm going to circle my 10th place, underline to the right. Now I'm going to try to remember. 0 to 4, circle stays the same. 5 to 9, add 1 is the game. So our number becomes 13. Now we have to be a hero, flex our muscles, change all the digits to the right to 0. So rounding 13 and 86 hundredths to the nearest tenth would be 13 and 9 tenths. Let's try one in the hundredth place. In our hundredth place is the 3. Underline to the right. 0 to 4, circle stays the same. So 142. And change to 0. Now we're going to try our thousandths place. Thousandths place. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths, underline my 7. 0 to 4. Circle stays the same. Between 5 and 9, add 1 is the game. So we get 7, 0, and all the rest of our numbers stay the same. Some quick little examples there. All right. The Goliath frog is the largest frog in the world. It's found in the country of Cameroon in West Africa. The Goliath frog can grow to be 11 and 815 thousandths inches long. How long is the Goliath frog to the nearest inch? This is kind of a fun one for cubes because guess what? There's only one number that we need to worry about. Okay? How long is the Goliath frog to the nearest inch? Our important words here are big this time. We want to know how long the frog is to the nearest inch. Okay, so if we write 11 and 815 thousandths of an inch, the nearest inch, so the nearest inch comes right here. Okay, so our nearest inch is a whole number. And we know that from what we've been doing. But what place is that? Well, the back side, the first one before the decimal, is in the ones place. So when we do this, we're going to circle our ones place, underline to the right. 0 to 4, circle stays the same. Between 5 and 9, add 1 is the game. 1, not point, 12, and then all to the right, 0, 0, 0. Inches. Now, the little grass frog is the smallest frog in North America. It is 437 thousandths of an inch long. What is the length to the nearest hundredth? All right, so if I go 0 and 437 thousandths, my hundredth place is right here. Underline to the right. 0 to 4, circle stays the same. 5 through 9, add 1 is the game, so I have 4. Everything else stays the same. Flex my power, although everything to the right turns to 0. All right, let's try to the 10th of an inch. So we're going to take our same number, 0 and 437 thousandths. This time we're going to go to the tenths. Underline to the right. 0 through 4, circle stays the same. Flex your muscles like a hero. Turn the digits to the right to 0. So the length closest to the nearest hundredth is 440 thousandths, or 44 hundredths. Then we look at the length in here, and it's 4 tenths. All right, now we're going to round 14 and 603 thousandths to the nearest hundredth. So I'm going to go 14 and 603 thousandths. I'm going to the closest hundredth. So I'm going to circle my hundredth place, underline to the right. 0 through 4, circle stays the same. And then we add a 0 to the right. Okay. Nearest whole number. Let's try 14 and 603 to my closest whole number. We're going to start right there because that is the ones place. Underline to the right. 0 through 4, circle stays the same. 5 through 9, add 1 is the game. Flex our muscles like a hero. Turn those numbers to the right to 0. So we have 15. Now here we're going to write what the underlined value is worth. Is it a whole number? Is it in the ones place? Is it in the tens place? Is it a tenth? Is it a hundredth? Or is it a thousandth? In this case, our middle number is a hundredth. Okay, now it says round each number to the place value that is underlined. So I'm going to rewrite my number, 0 and 673 thousandths. And now we're going to find the hundredth place. There's our hundredths. 3, 0 to 4, circle stays the same. So I get 0, 6, 7. Replace my digits to the right with a 0. Now I have 4 and 282 thousandths. My first 2 is underlined, and I know that is the tenths place. So if I rewrite my number, 4 and 282 thousandths, here's my tenths place, and I underline. So 0 to 4, circle stays the same. 5 through 9, add 1 is the game, and I get 4.3. And then we're going to flex our muscles like a hero and change all the numbers to the right to 0. So we get 4 and 3 tenths. 12 and 917 thousandths. My 2 is in the ones place. It's on the left side of the decimal. So now I'm going to rewrite my number, and I get 12 and 917 thousandths. Circle my number, underline to the right. 0 through 4, circle stays the same. 5 through 9, add 1 is the game. Replace all the other numbers with zeros. Just like that. So now we have 16 and 748 thousandths. They want us around to the tenths, to the hundredths, and to the ones. So to the tenths, 16 and 748 thousandths. I'm just going to write it all in here real quick. So we have it. All right. First one we'll do tenths in green. Okay? So I circle my tenths place, underline. 0 through 4, circle stays the same. Hundredths will do in red. Circle my hundredths place. 0 through 4, circle stays the same. 5 through 9, add 1 more is the game. We'll do this one in orange. Circle, underline. 0 through 4, circle stays the same. 5 through 9, add 1 is the game. And we add our zeros. All right. The speeds of 2 insects when rounded to the nearest whole number are the same. Which 2 insects are they? Well, nearest whole number are the same. Okay, so we got to figure out all of these. So we're going to start with dragonfly. And then we have a horsefly. Then we have a bumblebee. Then we have a honeybee. And then we have a housefly. So we're going to check these out. 6 and 974 thousandths. 3 and 934 thousandths. 2 and 861 thousandths. 2 and 548 thousandths. 1 and 967 thousandths. So we're going to do this. We're looking for whole number. Circle, underline. Circle, underline. Circle, underline. Circle, underline. Circle, underline. Okay? 0 to 4, circle stays the same. 5 through 9. Add 1 is the game. 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 I see a 7,000, 4,000, 3,000, 3,000, 2,000. We're looking for 2 that are the same. So my bumblebee and my honeybee have the same speed when rounded to the nearest whole number. Last one we'll do super fast. What is the speed of the horsefly rounded to the nearest hundredth? Well, housefly is 1 and 967 thousandths. We're looking for the nearest hundredth. Then I underline. 0 to 4, circle stays the same. 5 through 9, add 1 is the game. Well, I get 1 and 970 thousandths. homework looked like this. I know that number 4 was 0.506. This line was underlined. It asked us what place value is that? The 100th place. So when we do this number, I'm going to circle my 100th place. I'm going to underline to the right. Well, a 0 to 4. A 0 to 4. Circle stays the same. 5 through 9. Add 1 is the game. So I end up with 0 and 510. So that's what I'm doing for tonight. Hopefully, if you have any questions, you can let me know. Most of the kids seem to be getting this right away today, so enjoy.